let's just wait for our units to get into position. Across this area. Okay, our money's back to normal, which is good. I'm guessing we're just buying shit then. So yeah, I keep seeing all these really cool. Why would I want to not get plurality? Oh wait, Ethiopia. There we go. How you doing, bud? Increase opinion, or is it relations? No, it's opinion. So for some reason they're opposed to us, even though they're a proletarian dictatorship, which doesn't make sense, but okay. Oh, South Yemen and Yemen, interesting. Yeah, I keep seeing all these really cool playthroughs of this mod everywhere. And why are these guys getting attrition? Oh, because it's a shitty province. Didn't realise that. Apologies, not really. So I'm very excited for what I can do here. I think, because last time we just sort of tried to occupy all of Manchuria as quickly as we could, but I reckon if we get, say, the Pyongyang army, and we move them to Tangshan, Tangshan. Why did I say Tangshan if it's Xunshan? Or however you say that, I don't know. So we'll get them there, we'll rush them to Ulanchab Chulgan. No, it's just Inner Mongolia, that sort of general area. And occupy that, and we get this army to go around occupying all over here, so that when the Chinese army runs through, we've got 150,000 troops controlling this bottleneck, while we have however many this chaotic group is just flooding through here and, you know, occupying all of this shit, all this extremely low low infrastructure, low supply areas, which would not be fun for anybody involved, but too bad for them, I guess. Too bad, so sad. So we've got rebel factions. Regulated opinion. That is a thing. But we can't push any more reforms for some reason. So we're going to always be oppressing the minorities and the gender rights and the immigration and even the internet, of all things. And religious rights. Even though the Soviet Union was secular, we are state religion. So, okay. It's just how communists are modelled in this game. It's not the most accurate. It's okay, but it's not perfect. Ooh. Iraqi Kurdistan. What is going on here? Iraq wants us to back them. Why would we back you? What is the crisis? So Kurdistan wants liberation. I don't care enough. Of course, I think it's important in real life, but this, no. We, Iraq backstabbed us, so we're not supporting you. And Syria just gave up existing, so yeah, they're a presidential dictatorship. Fuck you. Is anyone supporting the Iraqis? Nobody is. But if I support Kurdistan, America's going to be like, oh, Iraq, oh. So I'm going to try and avoid confrontation where I can, because I don't want to anger the freedom eagle. Because it'd be like, I'm an eagle, It's the most horrible eagle impression of all time, but me summed up in a nutshell. They are cordial with us now. And they're like, oh yeah, communism's not that bad. And they're like, wait, aren't we communist? And they're like, oh shit, I forgot. Sorry, dude. To the whoever's the premier or whatever of the Soviet Union at the moment. And he's like, yeah, no, it's all good, it's all good. They're like, sweet. And they sound like dude bros. And that's a confirmed fact. I'll wait for the new year to come around, just to, I guess, make it dramatic that we're invading. This is really weird, the placement of this on the map, because he's in Aaescii, or in Aaescii, right there. So, just gotta get them going. Wait, we've got railroads. Oh, so we've got level 1 rails everywhere in over here. What about... Oh, okay, so we do have infrastructure. It's just really shit, and not in this area where most of the damage from World War II was, incidentally. Well, in our country anyway. What we're going to do right now is we're going to cut all of our education spending. We're going to increase our stockpile all the way, and we're going to increase our tariffs to 20%, which is a horrible idea, but we're going to have to do it because we need to drastically get our military up to fighting standard so we can invade China and not die, because when you're going up against a country which only has 73 military power at the moment and is nothing compared to us there, once they mobilize they'll have about 20 million. So it's generally a good idea to be prepared for that sort of thing because of obvious reasons. I sound like a horrible person. Actually, let's wait for this. 3rd generation jet fighters. What does that do? Combat with decreases our fighter attack. I don't even know. Okay, no, we have fighters. Cool. That will be useful in our fight against the reactionary scum. So what we'll do is we will focus now on... Actually, we want that. On commerce. We want commerce up to speed, because as soon as we can increase our admin efficiency and our wherever it was about the tax efficiency, we will, because I desperately need more tax efficiency in the nation, and I'm just being extremely boring right now because I can't really do anything. So I'm just going to wait until my organization reaches 53, and Aaescii Nakamov will be given the order to cross the border, even though he looks like Erwin Rommel. Or maybe he is just Erwin Rommel, and it's all a conspiracy, because Erwin Rommel is an anagram for Illuminati. Confirmed science facts. Okay, so China. What? How? Didn't it say that we had a year? Oh, we just went over it, didn't we? We just went over it. Oh, okay. Install communism. 83 days. That's a... Oh, no. That's the other thing. I forgot about my fucking infamy. Alright, you know what? We're not... Alright, timeline has changed. The timeline has indeed changed. We're not invading them. At least not for the foreseeable future. There's no fucking way that we can do that. in the current state that we're in. Can we? No, we can't. Okay, I'm gonna drop this down to 25. 20. No, 30. Education is more important at the moment. Okay, so you assholes. We'll go to Odessa. Why am I calling you assholes? I don't have a legitimate reason. So there you go. Okay, so these guys came from Poti, which is somewhere over here in there, Georgia. Cool. So what we'll do is more interesting shenanigans, such as wait. No, you fucking idiots. Oh, okay, we're gonna move there. So we're going to move through this part and kill all of our, understrength units. No, you fucking plebeians. No. You take the long route. I don't even care how long it takes you. You're fucking stupid. Okay. So when they get back to their positions, then we will begin the radical restructuring of our military. And by radical, I mean just rebuild all of the units with reliable pop centers. Okay, so he's gonna get there in fucking October. Really? Just to get there? That's what I thought. April 18th. Okay, so he's going to go there, get there, and then immediately turn around and go back. You're not getting this, are you? You're going there, and then you can go here and then do your stupid bullshit about, going through there. Okay? That's what you get. It's a fucking Romanov. He's a fucking Romanov. What the fuck? I guess that explains it. And I just offended every single pro-monarchist Russian person to exist. But why the fuck? I guess sure, there probably were Romanovs still existing in the Soviet Union. They can't kill them all, surely. Still, bloody hell. Right, you get there, and you get nice and comfy. And stop taking attrition, you dicks. Okay, so India is a democracy. Immigrant rights. Well, I'd much prefer consciousness to militancy any day. Okay, so Syria is already out of the United Arab Republic. Oh, the Warsaw Pact. Didn't we already form this? Okay. Oh, we get it for 10 years. We get a thing, so we have to keep reactivating that. Socialism with Soviet Union characteristics, market communism. I'm not going to read all of that, but that's interesting because the requirements are having the internet. So that, and being a secondary power or great power, so that makes it sound like if we persist long enough that we can, do stuff. Interesting. Transition to democracy. Oh, I thought I was going to say transition from democracy to communism. I was going to be like, interesting. But we're not doing that. Fuck you. All of these are events for collapsing fucking Soviet Union. Interesting. But I don't think that's going to happen. because we haven't. It's interesting. We haven't had a Korean War. Wait. I speak too soon. Does North Korea want to take advantage of this, or a isolated South Korea with no allies? I mean, come on. We can back you. You just say the word, cross the border, invade, even though there's US fleets off the coast. Okay. Pasta. And Ethiopia, we will influence you again. They're so friendly. And then we can sphere them after that. And they will be our toehold in Africa. And then after that we'll do Afghanistan, I guess. Go back to Afghanistan and try and influence them. And then Pakistan after that. And then, just generally that. The vibe of it. The vibe of the Constitution. Okay. Yeah, so we've got a lot of reforming to do with our military. Okay, I was going to say, in fact, we might want to do motorized infantry, but we've already got that. Or is it mechanized? I think it's mechanized. So we might want to replace our motorized infantry with mechanized for the advent of a, full-blown war. Azerbaijan is getting terrorists. Germany is trying to influence everyone. Fuck off. Fucking Germans. Oh, look at me. I'm Germany. I'm influencing people. I'm being important. Oh. How about no? How about you give us West Berlin, you dicks? I was kind of disappointed about that. But then again, I didn't want World War III just over Berlin. But I would have preferred a way to get it without breaking my neck. Or the necks of, half the world. So we've still got quite a few railroads to build. We built our... oh yeah, we have. So that's pretty good actually. We've already jumped up to 314. So that minuscule investment that we did made quite a bit of a difference really. So how's our factory doing over here? Cola. And they're making quite a bit of money. So I'm happy about that. Now I've got to look at trade. I don't know how this screen works. But on that Britain playthrough, I saw it was saying about ships. And that the global supply or whatever was tanking or something. I don't know. Okay. Interesting. So this is ours. Okay, so the most thing, yeah, we're exporting fuel, cement, petroleum, lumber, shoes and footwear, steel, cotton, electric gear, and then it just sort of jumps below that from there. So most of our money is being made off of fuel and cement and petroleum, which is cool. That's pretty cool, given that all of our stuff here is huge. I'm really happy that we're world number 1, by the way. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm liking that. I'm very surprised that Great Britain actually has a larger military than the United States, and now they're world number 2. Whoa, okay. And Japan is really just clawed themselves out of the mud. So I've got to commend them for that. Hopefully our money will jump back up again. I don't know why it's gone so low. Total expense. Military spending. Oh, yeah. I don't know why it's gone so low. It's obviously this. It's a lot of money. It's a hell of a lot of money. Bloody hell. Why is that so much? That's interesting.